we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning, way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Lie in the morning.
For the Federation!
Up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning.
Stick him in a scupper with a hose pipe on him. Stick him in a scupper with a hose pipe on him. Stick him in a scupper with a hose pipe on him. Early in the morning.
Way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Way hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Early in the morning. Way hey, oh hey, oh hey, oh early in the morning.
That's what we do with the drunken sailor. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. Lie in the morning.
Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises.
Hey, welcome in. It's Captain Adonis, and we were playing some more Foxhole, and we're doing some logistics. It looks like, as you can see, the
You're not really
bins are a
wearing that,
little empty.
Wearing what?
Judge!
The man purse. It's where I keep all my things. Get a lot of compliments on this. Plus, it's not a man purse. It's called a satchel.
96.
95% zombified. Child, let's go ahead and open it. Unlock this one. Put my cell phone in the trunk. Okay. Oh, I should have watched it from your.
Oh, I'll have to clip it tomorrow.
Killing the Cap. Yeah, well, Cap was turning into a zombie. One of my many times turning into a zombie. Oops. What do we know today, Judge? Anything? It's Thursday. It snowed last night. We got about 2 to 3 inches of snow last night. I got to see where I can collect some salvage here. All right, we're golden just up the road here. Let's go get some salvage. More Logi to do. Oh man, nobody's at that component mine. Oh shit.
Looking for yourself back, hauling the scrap, helping out the war effort from the back. Get out of our way right now, we do not give a crap. We will run you over, ah, snap.
I need to shorten that up just a little bit again. A little bit more. I thought it was short enough. I did correct a bunch of those. I corrected Pet That Dog, Logie Boys. What do you know, Jim? It's cold at my house.
Motherfucker, stop! Oh, you son of a bitch!
No way!
He blocked all the entrances! You know what? Fuck the lot of you.
Yeah, but I got 3 inches of snow. 2 to 3 inches of snow last night. I was not expecting. I slept really good though. Holy shit. So, I mean, I went to bed at like 10 o'clock and got up at 8. I got 10 hours of sleep last night. Storm Pedro. All right, so we're filling up the coffers at the facility today. We need salvage, and we need sulfur. At least I haven't heard any different from Slayer. And there's nobody at this component mine. Man, there's 840 components in there. I'd love to sit there and grab those components, but damn. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get out of this truck. I'm gonna go get in this dump truck and grab those components. At least get 840 in the back of this truck. Oh, come on, turn, bitch. Get it before somebody else gets it. Ooh, Jesus, this truck doesn't turn for shit. All right, there we go. 930. Hell yeah. See, that dump truck was coming over here to get it. I bet you. I bet you he was going to come over here and try to get it. He sees me here and he's like, shit, I was going to get that. And he backed up. I'm not going to sit here for another 1,000. I'm going to take this over here and lock it up. Run it down to the refinery sometime later. Shit, I'm not going to be able to get out if I do that. All right, lock this. And then put it as a squad lock. Whoop. Squad lock. GDMC. There we go. All right. Let's unload this and get that other $5 grand. Oh, I don't need to go there. I need to go to the crane. Yeah, see, the factory's eating this shit up. Somebody's running the factory somewhere. So yeah, I don't mind the cold. And it's supposed to get below 0 tonight. Only like 1 below, 2 below, something like that. But I don't mind the cold. Because I can always put more clothes on, right? To stay warm, I can turn some heat on. But if I'm too hot, I can only take off so many clothes before I get arrested. Especially in public. Which I don't think should be against the law. Public nudity should not be against the law. See? Now he came back because I left. He came back and got on the component mine. Well, you failed because I got the 900 that was there. That's funny. All right, let's collect more of this. It's a good line. It's a good line. I can only take off so many clothes before I get arrested. Oh, damn it. Come on. Oh, there we go. I saw a whole shitload of ammo go out today. There was probably, I want to say 6 flatbeds full of ammunition. I don't know where they were going, but I do know the wardens are going to have a bad day because it looked like ammunition for a mortar or a cannon, artillery. So salvage is slowing down now. So I don't know if you've seen this, Jim. So now that we've got a week under our belt, people are, and they got their tier 2 facilities, tier 3 facility pieces. Now people are more worried about getting their tanks out there and getting their, the vehicles up at the front line to do battle. So the majority of people that were doing salvage and logistics at the beginning of the war are no longer doing it. Ah, yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta have a big regiment to do that. You gotta have a big regiment to do ships. It just, there's a lot to it. Now, be prepared because planes are the same way. Okay? So we might be able to do fighter planes. But to do the bigger planes like the bombers and the dive bombers and, well, I don't know about the dive bombers, but the bombers and the airborne planes are going to require a big facility like they do for the naval. Well, you probably could, but it's going to take you the entire war to do it. First of all, you got to be an expert in facilities and know how to do it. Then you got to have the logistics to get you the stuff to be able to do it. I mean, it's not a simple task. All right, let's see. This one up here is full. That one, 21. Okay, there's 3,000 right there. Let me grab those. I'm going to go all the way up and grab the 5 up north while these 2 up here build up. But yeah, it's you can do small Navy stuff with the smaller ships. But yeah. No, to do big ships. Yeah. It's quite a task. So some of your bigger regiments, will be able to do it, but you've got to be in that regiment and helping them out. You got to be a logi boy for the regiment in order to get on the ship, because they're gonna look at how much you've contributed and how much you've done for the cause. And I could have went to go do that, but you know, it's just like, well, I got to learn the game first. I got to get really good at the game, because if they want logistics, I got to know how to do this, you know, very smooth and efficient, right? And I think I've gotten that down now, but I don't want to leave the GDMC, because now that I've been with the GDMC, it's, you know, these are good guys. You know, I enjoy being around them. They got their moments. They go up to the front and they do battle, but that's just not, it's not for me. So as long as they realize that I'm their Logi boy, then, and they have a purpose behind what they're doing or what they want to do, then I can contribute to that. And I think Slayer's finally learning that my goal is to just do logistics, right? And that as long as I'm there doing logistics every day, filling their facility, you know, getting what he needs, all he needs to do is tell me what he needs. Now, he has this habit of not planning ahead, right? So he will go, okay, we need sulfur, we need this, we need scrap, okay, and then, oh, that's enough, we got plenty now, we need a few RMATs, you know, get like 300 RMATs. Well, 300 RMATs does one tank, and then he gets that one tank and he takes it up to the front and destroys it, and now he's like, now we need another 300. Well, it's like, you get, no, just get as much as you can, you know, while I'm working, let me get as much as I can, and then when you need it, I can immediately give it to you. And he considers that hoarding, but yet I'm the one that sat there all that time. You know, I mean, granted, it's locked. What do you mean it's locked? I locked it. I just drove it here. What the fuck? How the fuck does that work? I just drove it here. That's some weird shit right there. That's some weird shit. I locked it, drove it here, got stuff, got back in, and it said, you can't get in this, it's locked. What the fuck? Of course it's locked. I locked it. Are we gonna run into game bugs on the locking mechanism now? Well, yeah, RMATs are something that you always need. You've got to get components. You've got to get RMATs. Now, I don't scroop. Now, scrooping is when you go to the fields and use the hammer and you get components that way, because it also gives you rare materials, right? And the rare materials are what you need to make these bigger airplanes and make the battleships and the aircraft carriers. So that's why I said there's a lot to it, Jim. Because if you want to build a battleship or a destroyer, you got to have those rare minerals, and that's tough to get. It's like a 1% drop rate. Oh shit, man, this factory's eating up my scrap like crazy. What is running that is... Oh, okay. All right, tugboat's running a facility. He's got the facility running. Exactly, Jim. And it's, you know, thank you, sweetie. It's, you know, I mean, it's cooperation in your regiment, you know. You know, you don't have to stick with this regiment either, just because, you know, you know, Skip got you in this one and you've been running around. If you find a regiment that is more suited to what you want to do, I mean, that's what you want to do. I mean, this is about playing the game, right? I mean, this is about fun. You know, we play these games because we want to have fun at it, right? Those plane lines, those laser dots on the ground scare the shit out of me. So my naval experience in this game has been just like what we had the other day, Jim. We go out and we run into a bunch of mines and we get destroyed. The naval on the Collie side isn't as well organized as on the Warden side. I think a lot of it is communication. There just isn't communication out there. There isn't enough communication out there, let's put it that way. To get everything organized so, you know, there's a massive assault. They wait for the weekends, you know, stuff like that. It is. And that's why I say the bigger regiments are the only ones that can pull it off. You know, it's, I mean, that's the way the game's designed, right? I mean, if you want to do a big raid, you got to have a lot of people and you got to have the organization and you got to have the people that are in the organization willing to do their part for the organization so you can pull it off. But I think a lot of times what happens is people, I think a lot of times what happens is the people that are in charge or that are organizing are the ones that want the glory, and all the people that are working towards it, they are thinking they're going to get the glory. So then once it happens and the guy who organized the whole thing is the captain of the battleship or the aircraft carrier or whatever, making the decision what to do and where to go, it gets a little disheartening. And I think that's where the downfall to naval comes from, is there's not enough for everybody to do. It's not enough to be satisfied that you're part of having that battleship, right? You're part of getting that battleship built, getting out on the water, attacking a port, and, you know, doing some damage and helping the war effort, you know. He was going to try to come over here and get the rest of this. Because there was almost 5 grand in there. I don't know. I'm content with just helping people out. But see, I'm also ex-military. You know, when I was on my ship in the military, it's not like I wanted to be the captain and that I'd get disappointed if I didn't do my part. So, yeah. I mean, this isn't a traditional game though, Jim. This isn't a Starship Troopers where it's just one after another. You know, you're playing each game. It's not a survival game, right? This is a long-term do your part and help out the war effort. And then at the end, when the war is over, if you've won, you know you were a contributing factor in that. This war could not be won at all if it wasn't for logistics. But logistics is a long-term game. You know, it's not an immediate high. Oh, I killed 15 wardens. The war is over. Yay. No, this isn't that game. You got to kill 15 million wardens. Look at the death rate when you first come in. Look at the death rate already. How many wardens and colonials have been killed? It's about 50-50. It's about even. But what did I see? I didn't even look today. But yesterday it was like, 500,000 soldiers have died on both sides. That's a lot of people playing and a lot of people dying, right? But like you said, this isn't a game for everybody. Some people cannot play the long haul game. That one's full up there. It's like, okay, what am I going to stream today? I'm going to stream me jumping in and going to these mines that are close by and grabbing all the salvage I can, and then going to the northern mine, grabbing all that salvage. Once I've gathered all the salvage and I've got, 40,000 salvage sitting there. 15, 30, yeah, 40,000.
Acknowledge me!
Yeah, exactly, Kazuri. So you gather a little bit of stuff, and then you go to the front and you kill people. It's all in your play style. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing it in the back line because I know in the long run, I am making the difference. Because if I wouldn't be doing this, if I'm not this person collecting the salvage every day and submitting it, making building materials, making armats, making shirts, making MSUPs, keep the factories going. If I'm not back here doing this, the war at the front would be over. So each time I get in one of these wars and we're losing, it motivates me to do even more scrap for longer, because I know the more stuff I can put out there, the more I can affect change in the battle, provided the soldiers are doing their job up at the front lines by killing wardens, right? But if I don't have the ammo for them, if I don't have the shirts, the soldier supplies, you know, if I don't have that ready for them, when they run out of soldier supplies on the front, they got to back up to the next, whatever you call it, headquarters, outposts, right? They got to back up to the next outpost, so they're losing ground. And then in order to gain ground, you got to build it as you go up. Well, you got to have the materials in order to build it to go forward. So you know, and then you got the logistics guys who move it from the back to the front or from the mid to the front. And I think that's what I really love about this game is that you can do structure near Partisan Island. In Oathbreaker Island is under attack. I didn't know there was a place called Partisan Island. That's funny. That's what the little tag up in the corner over there said. It was Partisan Island. I didn't know there was a Partisan Island. I got to keep putting my hands in my pockets because my hands get cold. It was 64 degrees in my house when I woke up this morning. I had to turn on the oven and open the oven door. Actually, I don't know if I reopened the oven door. All right, my door wasn't locked this time. Oh my God, the midterms are getting ready to happen, so I got all political ads on YouTube now. What's the thermostat say? Okay. I mean, is this repetitive? Is this boring? Sure, you know what I'm doing, but what I'm doing is also very important. So, at least in my opinion, I believe it's very important. Because people will do it for a short period of time, like, okay, I'll go out and get, you know, they get 5,000, they come back, all right, I'm done. You know, I want to go to the front and kill somebody. That's why I find it's going to be, I'm really looking forward to this war. Why I want to be involved in it, because of the airborne part of this. It's going to take quite a bit. It's going to take quite a bit to get these airplanes up and going. And everybody's going to want to do the airplanes. So I'm really excited to see how airplanes affect the war outcome. Right? I mean, granted, we're winning right at the moment. 23-16. But that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. You probably moved around 70,000 so far. Yeah. Well, just in these few runs, I've been streaming about 38 minutes now. I've gotten 20. This will be 25,000. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be building Navy. Their Navy's strong. Their Navy's always been stronger than the Colonials because the Colonials can't get organized with their Navy. They just need some better people organizing the Navy on the Colonial side, like they do on the Warden side. Now, a lot of times what will happen is then the Colonial Navy guys will move over to the Warden side, or the Warden side will move over to the Colonials, because, you know, oh, their Navy's doing really good. I want to go join their Navy, you know, so they do. And then their Navy gets better, or they move and the Navy gets worse, you know. I mean, it doesn't really, it's just kind of that ebb and flow, which I really like. You never know what's going to happen. But statistics wise, right now, we're winning the war so far. But that doesn't mean it doesn't change. I've seen wars where we were down 15 points and we came back and won the entire war because we had this massive push to win the war. And people get tired of the game, you know. They get tired of the constant going and getting salvage and turning into BMATs and taking the BMATs and going to get components, and, you know, they get tired of doing that because it is, it's a grind. This game, of all the grindy games that I've ever played, this is the most grindy game I've played, but in my opinion, the most worth it. You know, that's why I get upset when people like come and steal your shit, because you ground all that material, you went and stood there, you went and got it, and then they just come along and take it from you. You know, it's gonna, come on, seriously. But then you got guys like the fuel guys. They go around and that's all they do is they get fuel, they load it in their truck, they go get the fuel, and they go deliver it somewhere, right? I don't know if I'm close enough. All right, well, that's filling. How's the sulfur? All right, sulfur's got 3,800 on it. I'm gonna go grab sulfur. If I can get there in time. 3,800 sulfur down there. Okay. Hold on, let me pull over. Hold on, I'll be right back. Gotta help my daughter. I had to help my daughter re-bandage up or re-bag up a garbage bag because our German Shepherd stepped on the garbage bag that was on the floor waiting to go out to the garbage and put a hole in it. All right, let's see. They still got, yep. Okay, we got 4,000 down there, so I may get almost a full load of sulfur by the time I get down there, if I get there quick enough. Somebody else may beat me to it. Oh, French and blue cheese? Absolutely, Judge. See, and I like blue cheese in Thousand Island or French in Thousand Island also. That one is a really good mixture. Of course, I like Thousand Island. Blue cheese I enjoy on like I like blue cheese on wings. Of course, I'm a salad dressing person on a salad. I mean, I like salad, but I like salad dressing. Blue cheese on a burger is really good. Is that what you're having for lunch today, Judge, is a salad? Blue cheese stuffed olives? What? Blue cheese stuffed olives. I mean, that sounds good, but on a brandy old fashioned? And you put it in a mixed drink? Ah. I'm right there with you, Jim. It's like I would do the blue cheese stuffed olives, but put it in a brandy? I don't know about that. I mean, I like olives in a brandy, I suppose. I like olives in a martini. But a blue cheese stuffed olive in a brandy? I think you're getting out there a little bit, Judge. I think you're getting out there. Dude, one of the things, Jim, one of the things I love watching is they bring over Brits and they show them American cooking, and they'll like take them to a barbecue place and do smoked brisket or sausage, or I guess the biggest one is biscuits and gravy, because you guys have biscuits over there too, but your biscuits aren't light and fluffy like ours. Your biscuits are like hardtack, right? So, you know, and then the gravy, they're like, well, this is like gravy. I don't have an English accent, so I can't do one. That was the best I could do right there. This is like gravy. I don't know what the hell accent that is. Blue cheese stuffed olives inside green giant black olives? Wait, what? Blue cheese stuffed olives inside a giant black olive? What the fuck, Kazuri? What is that? Our biscuits are for cups of tea? Well, yeah, but your biscuits are like I said, they're like hardtack. They're hard biscuits. Ours are light, fluffy biscuits like a croissant. A croissant. Ah, croissant. Late night creation. That sounds like a pregnancy creation, Kazuri. Sounds like a pregnancy creation. Yeah. Biscuits for the, yeah, that they're considered cookies. They're a little bit sweeter. Which is great. I enjoy English biscuits. But not on biscuits and sausage gravy. Ugh. It'd be cookies and gravy. He definitely was. He definitely was smoking something. I don't mind brandy. I mean, brandy's okay. But I don't know about a stuffed olive, blue cheese stuffed olive brandy. I could do blue cheese stuffed olives like a little hors d'oeuvre, you know, like a little snacky snack. But not sure if I'd put it in a drink. I mean, a blue cheese stuffed olive sounds really good. Yeah, that it would. That it would. I say that all the time too. I say that to my daughter. So you should try this. It puts hair on your chest. She goes, Dad, I don't want hair on my chest. Oh, you know what? I forgot to set my goal. I forgot to change my goals. Yeah. Oh no, it did change. Okay. 740 to 750. We made our goal of 740 followers yesterday. Yeah, thanks. I'm really excited to hit 1,000. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 1,000 followers though. I got to do something special. But I don't want to do what everybody else does. They're like, I'll do a 24-hour stream when I hit 1,000 followers. It's like, see, that's what everybody does. U-boat, yeah. 12-hour U-boat stream. So the one hat I have, Judge, that is a 1/4 inch short. It's too small by a 1/4 inch. You want me to wear for 12 hours. I don't know. That's what everybody does though, guys. A 12-hour stream. Captain in a bikini? No, I don't think so. I mean, okay, I would do a bikini only. Where is it? I would only do a bikini if I looked like this. But I don't look like that at all. A hot tub stream. You know, with as cold as it is, a hot tub stream doesn't sound too bad. But I had a hot tub at my last house, and it was nice. I used to get in it quite a bit, but then after a while, you know, like I think it was probably like 9 months of having the hot tub. Nobody ever got in it again. It was just like old news. It was really cool to have. Do the hot tub time machine stream. Go back in time. Go forward in time. That was the dumbest movie I've ever seen, is Hot Tub Time Machine. Oh my God, that was so stupid. I mean, you thought the guy... Oh, shit. That's a damn good question, Judge. Well, yeah, all I gotta do is get drunk for that, Jim. And boy, there's stories that I could tell that I don't think should go on Twitch. I think I'd be violating a lot of not copyright laws, but I violate a lot of policy with my stories from my Navy days. Because I was basically a single Navy guy when I was in. There's some interesting stories. Yes, there is. All right, I gotta find a different show to watch. See, now they have Get Smart. I didn't know there was a second one. Get Smart Again. Mad Max. Are we there yet? Yep, we're there. All right. So my wife and daughter are, and because they're watching it, I, by default, am watching it. So I'm not a big fan of hospital shows. It's just, it's too much like a daytime soap opera in a hospital. I would agree with that. I really liked House. But there again, I watched it on default because my wife and daughter were watching it. But I just thought the guy with the cane was funny as shit. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. You know, and from what I understand, the pit is all about like one shift of ER or something. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, because it seems like it keeps going. Yeah. So I'm sure each season's going to be a new shift. Yeah, House. See, I like funny shows. I like funny. Comedy to me is the bread of life, right? You've got to be able to laugh in this world of utter chaos and madness. I mean, when people go around the world and they're angry all the time, I honestly believe angry people don't live as long. I honestly believe that. I believe happy people live longer. We're coming up on my favorite gate. My bunker gate. Yeah, I guess I don't get it. I don't get why people, holy shit. All my salvage is gone. No. I think I think Tugboat's here working on the facility, keeping it running. But he just went through, that was 15, 20, about 25,000 salvage. I saw him running around. There's Tugboat right there. All right, let's go grab some more scrap. Those are full again, which is why I went and grabbed sulfur, because I knew these would fill up by then. So they have a factory back there, an ammunition factory. But the sulfur, it doesn't need the sulfur. It needs the heavy explosive powder from the sulfur. But you got to take that to refinery to make it, and I've got a bunch of that already. So they're going to get it as they need it, and that makes anti-aircraft ammo. But the sulfur that I'm collecting for these guys, they're using it in the factory to make tier 3 materials for the factory. So in the factory, you make tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 4, there may be a tier 5 material. And that's what you use to make the upgraded tanks, upgraded airplanes, so on and so forth. I just got the basics down as far as how the factories work. So I understand. Oh, that was the wrong one. So I understand how it works. But I'm one of those people, you got to know what you need in order to, you got to know how many pieces and parts you need for each thing that you're going to build. So, and I leave that up to them. See, I do this. I know how much salvage I need to, or how many B-mats I need to make a gun, how many B-mats I need to make ammo. I'll do that down at the factory. But these guys are doing it. So basically there's the factory that makes the basic stuff, and then the facilities make the upgraded stuff. So the upgraded tanks, the upgraded half tracks, the upgraded, and then this one is going to be planes. You know, that flatbed or that vehicle he's got is I wonder where he wants me to move that one. No. I don't know if I can set it down over here. Yeah, I can. that vehicle he's riding around in is really slow to turn. It's great for moving forward, and it's got a high-speed gear, so you can move a lot quicker than, say, this flatbed, even though this is a tracked flatbed.
Happy, joy, joy,
Jim, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Now you don't have to view any ads anymore for another 30 days. Woohoo! No ads. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Yeah. She's one of my favorite actresses. Oh my God, she has aged well. One of the few actresses I can say as they got older, they got better looking. Oof. Jennifer Aniston. Dude. Yeah.
Look at that. There's boobies on my TV.
Look at that. There's boobies on my TV. That's why I spelled it Bobbies instead of boobies. You notice that? So the redemption is for Bobbies. Everybody looks at it and goes, oh, boobies. Nope. Those are Bobbies. Oh, I know, Jim. She really captivated me in Horrible Bosses. And if you haven't seen Horrible Bosses, oh shit, you need to go watch that. Yeah. But did that look, that doesn't look like cops at all. It looks like watermelons. Yeah, our slang for cops here are pigs. That's true. Yeah. Pork chops, piggies, I mean, bacon. We got lots of slang for our police. He's gathering up that components. I think he finally figured out, hey, I can sit here on this component mine and get a whole truckload of components. Oh, you have seen Horrible Bosses? That is a great movie. It is a great movie. All right, so he moved it over there. Okay, that's fine. I don't care where he moves it. He didn't say, you know, if he would have got on voice, he could have told me where he's at, where he wanted it. Oh. Yeah. Tell me about it. She was, I don't care how much of a horrible boss she was. I could stand to look at that all day. That's why I liked working at a hotel. A lot of my bosses were that way. I actually told, not my last boss, but the boss before, we were out on the golf course. All of the senior staff went golfing together. And I even told her, I said, you know, you look like Jennifer Aniston, and she fell over on the golf course. She thought that was the greatest compliment in the world, that I thought she looked like Jennifer Aniston. Which she did. She was just a little high strung. I hate to say. She was just a little high strung. All right, what are we gonna watch? Oh, I have her number. I still talk to her to this day. I consider her a good friend. She's in another town. She was the general manager for the hotel, and during COVID, the hotel kind of went under. And so she got another job. Plus, she got a boyfriend, and her boyfriend's in the other town. But well, it was not just the general manager either, right? Hotels are usually all women. The front desk personnel, you know, they're all girls and women on the front desk. And of course, because they're at a hotel, you know, the owners want everybody to look nice. So you had all these nice looking girls you worked with. But there's a downside to that. And the downside is, for a week out of the month, they're grumpy as shit. I'm just saying. Oh, that's not a movie. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they can take a joke, Jim, and sometimes they can't. Yeah. It could make for a very long week.
And she showed me the movies, and I like them too.
Oh, I don't know what I want to watch. Sleeping Dog by the Fireplace? I suppose I could watch that. Oh, we're full up. Somebody already got all that. Okay, there's $5,000 down there. Let those other two build up. We'll come down here and get another 5,000. Yeah, just so you guys know, I took the Valentines off the list. The things are still there. They're just not called Valentines anymore. Valentine's Day's over. You know, I took the anniversary off too. So. Yeah.
March in your general direction.
Oh. Why didn't it grab it? Yes. Yeah, there's something about a nice looking butt, Jim. They're 10,000 Captain Adonis point views, huh? That's why I worked at a hotel, buddy. It wasn't because I enjoyed working with the public and their idiot complaints. The heat in my room's not working. Well, that's because you got it turned down to 60, you moron. 60 is not 90. But people really don't. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, the more I deal with the public and all the times I've dealt in the public, I honestly believe there are a few of us that have a brain and the rest of the people don't have brains. When God said, hey, I'm giving out brains, everybody in the world said, oh, trains, I'll take the next one. Oh my God. There are just people who cannot, they don't think, they have no logic, no critical thinking skills at all. They're complete morons. That makes me feel better. Though, direction. That definitely makes me feel better. You're going to show me butts before I go on my rant, right? Keep me from going off the deep end. Oh yeah, catering's the same way. Catering's the same way. Any of those restaurant I know, Judge. I you know, about that? That's the sad part. What do you do about it? I mean, they're just people that just don't understand, right? I mean, we come up with these sayings like you can't fix stupid, but you can. It's called education. You can fix stupid, but so is it that the kids are too young when they go to school, or is that when they hit puberty, their brains go to mush? You know, I don't understand what it is. Yeah, the customer's always right. Uh-huh. All right, I can go get one more load. All right, there's 1,500 sulfur. Let's go grab that. Oh, shit. Right? Because, Judge, or Jim, you got to understand, it's not about them thinking about other people and how it might affect them. What they're thinking about is making money. That's all they care about. If you were really to go back and look at all the decisions that were made, my wife and I just watched a very interesting program over the weekend, and they talked about the food industry. Okay, so they talked about how, you know, we didn't have refrigerators for years, so they had what was called an ice box. So people would come in with ice, and they'd put it in a box, and that would keep your milk and stuff cold, you know, to make it last a little longer, right? And keep your vegetables fresher and so on and so forth. And then how it progressed from there. Ah, God damn it. How much did he grab? How much did he grab? Ah, God damn it. There's only 185 left. Motherfucker. All right, how much salvage is there? No salvage, no components. It's not worth sitting here grabbing all that. They beat me to it. They beat me to it. All right. How are we doing up there? 1,600 up there. 4,000, 4,000. All right. We'll go back and get some more salvage. Is that a new game? Yeah, I was talking to my daughter. She's getting ready to make her brother some lunch, and I was like gonna find out what he was having so I could have some too, but she told me to shut up. She said she doesn't know you. I'll have to look at it. Hold on. Let me get this over there. Forest escape. Let me fill this container really quick. All right, let me see. Forest escape last train. What the fuck is...
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Judge, I don't know. I don't know if your skills at picking games are all that good. Unable, oh. Like, what? Unable to move when deployed. It does look interesting. It looks kind of... Well, not any more out there than the guy who came up with the storyline for the Sons of the Forest. I actually thought about picking up the Forest because that's the original. And after we're done with Sons of the Forest, playing the Forest. Ah, shit. I didn't switch it off. Came right back around and started playing again. Steven Seagal, Fire Down Below. What the hell was that one about? Is that the one where he was up on the oil rig in Alaska? Fracture. I don't know if I watched that one either. Mortal Engines, The Green Hornet, Tropic Thunder, The Mask of Zorro. All these are good shows, but I've seen them all. Frequency, Kick-Ass, San Andreas, Jet Li, the one. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not a huge fan of Steven Seagal, but we'll watch it. Oh, Lucy's awesome. Yeah, I agree. Under Siege was his best. All right. I am full up there. I'll leave 1,500 in there. Let me go package this up. That's just grass. I'll go package that one up and I'll go fill that one up.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
That was pretty close, wasn't it? Oh shit, what am I doing? I need to load it. I don't think I've ever heard of exit wounds. All right, I got to try that one again. That bong, I redid that one. I added a spacer in there to see if it would go bong when he shot himself. No, too much, too long.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
So I only need about I think I did a 3-second pause.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Maybe about a 2-second pause. I'll get that one right. So we'll go fill this up, this container up, and maybe I'll load the other one up and fill the other one up too. So there's 5,000 in each, and then we'll take our components down and get them refined into RMATs. I don't know if I've seen this. Fire down below. And when we get back, we'll take a look at the sulfur again and see how much sulfur there is down there. Oh, he's filling a big truck. He's going to be there a while. That's what I'm watching right now, isn't it? Oh, no. I'm watching Fire Down Below. Yeah, Fire Down Below. Fire in the Sky. Now, that was the one with the alien abduction, right? Yeah, that was a good one. Bet you just cleaned out all those components. Nope. Well, I'll load those up to you. I may sit here long enough to fill the truck because it's... Oh. It's not that much. It's 500-600. So that'll take about 12 minutes. No. 600 take about 6 minutes. There we go. See, that one worked out pretty good. That's a good fart one. The Boeing I got to get down better. I made the pause too long. So I just checked my phone messages. I had a voicemail that the phone never went off, but I just happened to look and I have a voicemail. And it's like saying, you may be eligible for disability benefits. Well, I am on disability benefits. So I am eligible. So, duh. Spam call. But it didn't even ring. It just went voicemail. It just showed up as voicemail. No phone call, no nothing. They're getting trickier, man. They're getting trickier. Because now you think, oh shit, I missed a phone call. No, you didn't. It didn't even ring. It is. I blocked it before. So why is it still showing up? So I just blocked it again and reported it as spam. You know, I get it. I get it. People want to, you know, they want to try to make money the quickest way possible with the least amount of effort, right? But at what point, I mean, how many, okay, we're going right back to our stupid conversation, right? How many people are stupid enough to fall for that? Apparently a lot, because they keep doing it. They keep sending calls out. I mean, I get it, a little old lady, she's 95 years old, you know, new technology. She gets a brand new cell phone from her, you know, her grandkids, and doesn't know how to use it, and she gets a phone call saying, hey, right, exactly, Judge. And that's because there are stupid people out there that fall for it. I don't know. I got one call from this gal, and I was talking with her, or no, I texted her. She texted me. And I texted her back and I said, you know what? God is going to send you to hell for what you're doing. And she texted me immediately back and said, what else am I supposed to do to get money? Try getting an education, going and getting a job and work in the job market, for Christ's sake. But that triggered her. So I knew she was religious. But, oh, the unbelievable gall of people. And, you know, we got to look back and say to ourselves, what is the cause of it? The cause is money. Money is the cause of all these problems, of all these stupid people. You know, people getting taken advantage of. Education, lack of education makes them dumb. And then money being the root of all evil is the reason we do things what we do. Subconsciously, we know it's wrong. We know it's stealing from our neighbors, taking advantage of other people. We know it's wrong. Even the people that are doing it know it's wrong. But they like living in the lap of luxury. They like having people feed them and water them and you know, make their beds. They want slaves. That's why slavery is so popular. You know, it still is to this day. We conquer other countries to make them slaves. Now we have economic slavery. We're going to put you, we're going to take away so much money in taxes. My son just got his yearly bonus check, right? $2,500. Damn, that's a good check. By the time taxes came out, $1,200. And why? Because he didn't earn it. It was a gift. So gift taxes are even higher than earnings taxes. How the fuck does that happen? $2,500 reduced to $1,200. That's half. Half of the money that the company just gave you went to the government. For what? This was their bonus. It shouldn't even be taxed. It was their bonus saying, hey, you did a great job with the company this year. Here's your bonus. Right? I think when we did bonuses at the hotel, I think the only way we got around that is by giving away gift cards. So we'd go to Walmart and we'd get $100 gift cards. But now the gift card costs not $100, it costs like 120. So it's still about a 20%. Well, but cash, you know, for a business, cash still has to be accounted for. Otherwise your books are off and then they think you're embezzling, right? So I don't know, guys. It just, I don't mind paying taxes. I don't mind paying my fair share, but I don't think that's fair. When you're pulling half of the bonus given to an employee by the company because they did a good job during the year, and half of that money goes to the government because why? The government didn't do the work. They've already earned that money. The company already earned that money. And now they're giving it to their, I don't get it. I'd rather had it in a paycheck. So it would only been, 30% tax. But see, that's the lesser of two evils. 30% still too much. All right, let's see where we're at with sulfur. Can we get sulfur now? Or is that, no, somebody's on the sulfur mine. All right, well, I think that's pretty much everything. Let me go throw this in the port. Actually, that that hauler right there, there's nobody in it. Let me park this. Unlock it.
Handy, me boy, so handy.
Oh, a falafel.
All right.
Handy, me boy, so handy.
Oh, a bully ship and a bully crew.
Handy, me boy, so handy.
Oh, we're the gang for the kicker through.
Handy, me boy, so handy.
Your advance is gone, you'd see again.
Handy, me boy, so handy.
Bound round the horn through the hay.
All right, I'll turn their local chat off. Oh, what the hell did I get out of my truck for? All right, let's see. Let's see. You can't turn those into anything because there's only 13. There's another one. Got 1,400 RMATs. 1,200. Oh, I don't know what to build. Let's go look at the let's go look at the calculator. So I use this handy dandy calculator. Where's my logistics calculator? Right there. So this is a really cool tool to have. So basically what this does, let me move it over a little bit. There we go. So basically what you do with this tool is you decide what you want to build. For instance, right here I have anti-aircraft shells. So this is made at the mass production facility. For Colonial's mass production facilities, you can make 9 of them. So you need 550 BMATs and 79 heavy explosive mats. That's what it would take to make that. Okay. So that way, you know, when you go in your truck, you need 600 BMATs and 100 HMATs. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go make these in the mass production facility. So for right now, we need 600 BMATs and 100. Oh, not that one. Hello. There we go. And 100 HMATs. I'm gonna have a little bit left over, but then we'll go right over here to the mass production facility. And well, there's some in here already, so I'm gonna end up with a little bit extra. I'm gonna switch that over to GDMC. We'll go here. There we go. There's 9. Got that burning. Now, the mass production facility will take 15 hours and 40 minutes for that to be processed. I'm just going to go ahead and grab those. So these are MSUPs. I'm just going to take these right down to the shipyard and put them in the shipyard. Switch it over to GDMC and put these in stockpile. So now there's 21 crates. 21 crates of maintenance supplies in the GDM stockpile. All right. Now you can only make one of those. I do need to check something here real quick. See how many queues of vehicles there are. So vehicle queues, there's 25 vehicle queues. That's the most you can have. So I can't do any more vehicle queues. So I could do some more MSUPs. There's only 15 of those, and you have 25. I must have got the last one there. I'm actually going to change that over to GDMC. So when those get processed, they'll automatically dump over into GDMC. These are public right now. These are things that are in public. And then these are by category stuff that people like I already did. These anti-aircraft ammo are already processed for GDMC. So they just need to be, well, they need to be, oh, that's the ones I just got done doing, right? Because they're going to be ready in 15 hours. And it doesn't look like anything else is queued up for GDMC. So we're going to go make some MSUPs. So let's go back to our handy dandy calculator and find out how much material we need for MSUPs. So now we'll clear these. Whoop. And we'll go over here and go to MSUPs. And if I go one too many, it says there's a warning. Hey, that's more than what a MPF, a mass production facility, can do. So we take one away. So we have 9 there. That's going to cost us 1,375 BMATs to make. So we are going to switch back over. And we need 1,600. There's 500, 1,000. Or no, we needed, what the hell was it? $1,370. So we need 1,400. So 1,400 is what we need. So there's 1,400 right there. No, that's 900. 1,000. 1,400. I don't have 1,400, but there's all these public BMATs. So we're gonna suck up as much of these public 9,000 public BMATs as we can, not use ours. Then we'll make private MSUPs. Maintenance supplies. That's what keeps the factories from decaying, is maintenance supplies. Oop. There we go. Now we got big bomb, I got little bombs we could do. There's 2,300 in the queue there. I always like making these mortars. These mortars use refined materials and basic materials. So now let's go to our calculator. Get rid of that and go to here. Find the mortar right here. Okay, so for 9 of them, I need 134 B mats and 600 B mats and 134 R mats to make those mortars. So 200 and 600. So let's go back and get 200 R mats and 600 B mats. All right, so we gotta, in order to get 200 B mat or R mats, I gotta take up all the space but 2. There we go, there's 200. Oh, I should have collected those 6 that were there. God damn it. Oh, look at that, there's another 3. There's 21. I can make 1 more B mat or R mat. There we go. All right. And then I need 600, right? So let's go ahead and collect public B mats since I only have 597 in my personal. Is it cooked? Yeah, I would take it. I don't care. Whatever's quickest for you. Oh, shit. I got 700 because there was an extra spot. It's all right. Yeah, people were putting shit in the back of my truck. Forgot to lock it. All right, and we were going to build mortars. That's going to take 11 hours. 11 hours, 15 hours, 15 hours, it'll all be done. Put those in GDMC. I'm going to put these in GDMC. I'm going to leave those in personal. And then I'm going to take those and put them up in our base. All right, I still got 76 refined materials left over. I wonder what I can make here with refined materials. Anything? I think all of these are basic materials. because these are all guns. Make an armored car for 76. Actually, makes 3 armored cars. Well, I guess I'm going to go collect scrap, bring it down here, and put it in I'll go take all this stuff and put it in our I'll go put it in our facility or our base up there. Then I'll go gather some more scrap up and fill up my scrap, get it processing. I could do a few more. I got 2,200 regular, 1,400 heavy explosives, 2,200 regular explosives, 1,200 RMATs. Oh, the train's coming into town. When the train comes into town, stay away from the port. Holy shit. All right, let's take this truck up, and I am probably going to run into the train. Yep. Okay. Time to go the other way. No, shit. Oh, I gotta go the other way too. Like, maybe I can get around the train? Train is the best way to get materials up to the front. I don't mind going around for the train. But we do need some traveling music. Here's the #1 hit of the Logie Boys. Coming up on my favorite gate. Thank you, sweetie. No. You're an ass.
Dodging the blueberry waves, we're locked in. Flares light the sky like stars from the ground. In the symphony of chaos, our hearts pound. Synchronized blasts, we're a battle hymn. Dodging the blueberry waves, we're locked in. Flares light the sky like stars from the ground. In the symphony of chaos, our smack. Our hearts back. We will run you over our stack.
What else did I have in my truck? A hammer. All right. I need a new container, or I got to empty one of these out. So we're going to fill up the train with go. All right, let's see if the train's still down here. Probably is. Nope. They loaded quick. Wrong road. All right, we'll take this back to the facility. Then I'll grab another load, take downtown. Oh, the train's back in town. Choo choo. All right. Going to grab more scrap just close by. Anybody got any immaculate plans for the weekend? Are the Olympics still going on? I don't even know if the Olympics are still going on. I don't watch them till my wife gets home. She comes home tonight, so. But she's got raid tonight, so I don't know if she'll be watching the Olympics tonight or not. Gee. Train right there. Holy shit. It's a long ass train. I actually need to go this direction. We're almost full, so we might fill it with just this. There we go. Nice. Now we'll take this load down and drop it off. All right, we're going to go drop this off. Back at the facility. God damn. You're running into everything. Yeah, I'll go load up the facility again since he's using it up. No, nobody's at the component mine? Holy shit. No, 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 no. Oh man, somebody just came and got all this shit. All right, guys, I think we're going to call it right there. I've been streaming for about 3 hours, so that's pretty good. We will park this rig right here. Let somebody else take it. I'll go ahead and lock it up for GDMC. Let's go get rid of all of our stuff. I'm going to have to make some Luminaire ammo too. Florida! What's up, buddy? I was just about ready to jump off. So sorry you missed it. I actually streamed a little early today. So I appreciate you jumping in the stream though, but we're gonna raid you over to another streamer. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna send you over to what do we want to see here? Wild Dogs playing Apex Legends. I can't send you there. Slick Impulse is playing Windrose, which isn't a bad game. SD League's playing Warno, but they're in break. Do. I guess Mushy P's playing First Descendant. I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know what it is, but it's got a nice girly butt. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go raid out Mushy P and see what he's doing. Yeah, it's kind of it looks kind of like League of Legends, but got a really nice outfit on, that's for sure. And he's like me, he plays girls. Because I'd rather look at a girl's butt as I'm running than some guy's butt. So let's go raid out Mushy P. Guys, thanks so much for coming. I will not sure if I'm going to be back tomorrow with Foxhole, but we'll see. I may. Friday, I always have my raid on World of Warcraft Friday night. So, and then Saturday and Sunday, we're going to try to play a little Sons of the Forest. So if you haven't seen Sons of the Forest, that's a really good survival game. One of the best that I've ever come across. So we're trying to get everybody together, but I'm sure we will get everybody. So thanks everybody for coming. I'm Captain Adonis. I'm out.
Airstrike complete. Egress route set.